When I was a young girl, summer seemed endless and classes did not begin until Labor Day. Nowadays, no matter how early the school year starts, and for many it is early August, most of us are still programmed to identify back-to-school energy with the month of September. Unconsciously, this reflects Saturn, planet of obligation and responsibility, turning direct, as it will, this month on September 18th. Saturn can be about drudgery as well, and after the seemingly boundaryless summer, the winter school months felt endless, as did the prospect of being in school for years and years to come, only to be followed by working a job until retirement. Saturn is routines and the passage of time. That traditional path was the fate for many of us. Yet, because of consistently bad economic decisions on the part of corporations and the government, the promise of a consistent job, Saturn being about loyalty, is now defunct. Despite the current propaganda around low unemployment, this figure is bolstered by the fact that, first off, many people work several meaningless jobs, and secondly, that a large part of the population has sworn off even looking for work. This reality, Saturn, demonstrates how the fundamental assumptions about life have changed. And to some degree that is a good thing, as many jobs are still largely routine, even white-collar ones, and do not challenge a person or allow for creative growth. Yet, until work is decoupled from income, we will still be pitted against each other for lowlier and paltrier crumbs of the pie. Saturn direct in Capricorn will continue to reveal the employment trajectory as well as the unraveling of the artificially propped up economy. Pluto likewise will turn direct early next month, and both the planet of karma and that of fundamental destruction, rebirth, will conjoin in January 2020, potentially setting off the second Great Depression and eventual reorganization of the economy. Now, this indeed is depressing news, Saturn, as right now there are no backup plans for the government or corporations. Yes, UBI is the most likely solution to avoid pure chaos, but there are more fundamental changes that need to be made to create a more equitable situation for all. Saturn is the authority figure, and in most cases we have projected him outward onto our political or religious leaders, bosses, or law enforcement. This, of course, began with our earliest years in our families in what Wilhelm Reich refers to as the first authoritarian state. Not uncoincidentally, Reich wrote of this phenomenon in his book, The Mass Psychology of Fascism, in 1933, and we are seeing an ugly resurgence of such extreme ideology once again. And this is due in part to the failure of leadership on all levels, Saturn and Capricorn. In this debacle, decaying social and economic structures, there's an opportunity for a new type of leader, not the ones we have now, and not one forged in hate, fear, and hierarchy. For those who are conscious, it's time to take back our authority figures and become our own decision makers. The next decade will require all of us to step into our power and join with others who want to create a better world. We must become the adults in whatever room we happen to be in. In more everyday terms, Saturn turning direct will also amplify the need to get busy, concretize new goals, eliminate tired old ideas and relationships, anything that has become stagnant and inflexible. It is our back-to-school time to apply ourselves to the studies of ourselves and our society and find solutions that will support Saturn, the best in all of us. In what way will Saturn and Capricorn support your endeavors, helping you to gain greater mastery of your life? For Aries, it's by establishing your place in the professional world. For Taurus, it's by enhancing your knowledge of the world and expanding your world view. For Gemini, it's developing and solidifying business contacts, particularly of a financial nature. For Cancer, it's creating boundaries in personal relationships, maybe either beginning or ending a special partnership. For Leo, it's doing the daily grind, but towards something that has lasting value for your well-being and reputation. For Virgo, it's taking your creativity seriously and moving important projects forward or towards completion. For Libra, it's deciding where you want to live and how, changing the dynamics with family where you indeed are the patriarch. For Scorpio, if a writer, it's about completing or diligently applying yourself to a long-term goal. Otherwise, it's terminating unhealthy friendships and establishing new ones. For Sagittarius, it's focusing on material security, charging appropriately for your services. For Capricorn, it's accepting that you are a natural-born leader and stepping into greater visibility and responsibility. For Aquarius, cognizing that you do have a strong establishment streak that allows you to communicate your visionary ideas to corporate types. For Pisces, it's building a powerful community online or pushing yourself to take on greater speaking roles in the public. So it's get serious time, and as we work through our inner authority issues and displace them with true wisdom and strength, the old black and white rerun movie of life will take on greater complexity and color. I'm Metastrologer Patrice Kamins. And if you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to also listen to my new podcast, Metaphysical Correspondent, on Anchor FM, or to follow me on Twitter at MetaphysicalCO2, or on Medium at Metastrologer Patrice Kamins. Thanks for listening.